I've been showing all kinds of restraint recently when it comes to perfume buying, but when I go hard. And recently I picked up some new fragrances that I want to share with you. We got everything here from designer scents, affordable scents, all the way to niche ones that I've had on my wish list. I've been eyeing down for different reasons, and I want to share that unboxing with you today. We got options here, y'all, and I'm going to go through everything. So if you like an unboxing video, you think this is a vibe, then stick around and let's get into it.
Close to me, close to me. Baby, can you give me just a little bit more of what
Hi, I'm Jeanique, and this is a box. And this box contains fragrances along with these other additions that I also need to explore still a little bit further. Here's the thing, I've been stacking these fragrances for a few months now, just letting them accumulate because I like to dive off into a haul where I get to try all of the fragrances all at once. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be exploring all the fragrances that I picked up over the last couple of months and which ones I'm still into and which ones I kind of regret, if any, because maybe that'll happen. I doubt it. Anyway, let's get into these perfumes. But if you like a perfuming conversation, don't forget to subscribe. Also, hype the video. If you already hyped the video, if you've already subscribed, thank you. Why are you awesome? Why are you beautiful? Why are you such a baddie? Like, that is the question. And yeah, let's get into the video. So let's open up the bigger box first because everything else is in single packaging and this one is not. So this is an order I did from Shoppers. I know the main items that I got, but do I remember everything that I got? No. Let me show you what I know that I definitely got. So I got 2 fragrances from the Sugarful line. I know people think of these as like teenage scents. I'm young at heart, y'all. We go together. Do not judge me. What else is in here? I got a Clarins bomb, not as important. Ooh, Sunny Vanilla by My Way. I'm gonna spend some time with this, some more time with that. I'm excited. We also have the new Libre. I need to spend a lot of time with this one because my first impression of Berry Crush was like it was giving a little bit of cough syrup adjacent, but maybe I was too quick to judge. So this little 2 ml sample will help me to explore just a little bit further. They gave me a lot of extra, y'all, because what is this? Dolce & Gabbana, the one. Perfume. This is what I do. Anytime I get the option of picking rewards and samples, they are gonna be perfume if I can choose. Did I choose this Clarins on purpose? If they gave me a perfume option, I would have chosen that. Now this is the original Sugarful. As you can tell, it's the pink one. And I had a sample of this and decided, why not? Now this is on heavy discount. I got this for between 30 and 40 Canadian dollars at Shoppers. And I got my 2 favorites so far. There's also a new vanilla one in a gold bottle, but that was not on special. Would I have paid the $60 because they were 50% off? Would I have paid the $60 for it? Probably. But I wanted to just spend some time with these and fingers crossed, hope and pray that the vanilla one goes on sale eventually. So let's look at this. Do you see how pretty that is? I feel like that's so dynamic and beautiful looking, right? And you get an extra little travel fragrance. Oh, it's a roller ball, y'all. I thought it would be a little spray. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I don't usually go for a roller ball, but I do find value in having a couple roller balls on hand because they tend to sit a lot closer to the skin. So if you want something a little bit subtler, especially with a super sweet fragrance like this, I am not mad at that at all. It is supposed to be a peony fragrance, but the peony is supposed to be a background character behind a lot of the sweet gourmand elements and the sweet fruity elements. So this is supposed to be a lot of spun sugar, raspberry, and tangerine encased with a very light peony. There might be other things to like make it last like musk, but they ain't doing much in these fragrances. They're very sweet and fun. The main note coming through upon first spray is a very bright, juicy, sweet tangerine. It smells like tangerine soda or something. It's really fun, and I love these fragrances for being very lighthearted. And I know that people who like collect fragrances might see these fragrances as being very juvenile, but I do love a candy sweet fragrance. This one is Sugarful Dream. So the 3 that they had on sale, that was like 50% off. were Sugarful Dream, Original Sugarful, and Sugarful and Spice. Now, the first time I tried Sugarful and Spice, I was very much into it, but as it sat on my skin longer and the more I wore it, I sometimes found a little bit sharp and a little bit overwhelming. And as much as I think it's more complex than these two in terms of the vibe they're giving, would have been far more distracting in terms of like what I want these fragrances for. So this right here is the blue one. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Oh, this is a lot fresher. It is a lot lighter. It smells coconutty to me. I don't know if there's coconut in here, but it smells like a far lighter, airier, less concentrated sweetness. There's not as much sugariness to this one, even though it is significantly sweeter than a lot of other fragrances. Just compared to the original, it's not as sweet. So the main floral note in this one versus the other is that this one is jasmine, so it does come off like a little bit cleaner. We do have a little bit of vanilla, but that's not doing a ton of work. The main notes are blueberry, blackberry, I think blueberry, and a little bit of lavender for like this clean smell. So this is like a sweeter, almost shampoo smell. Like you almost like get Olay, like a strawberry, blueberry, like Olay shampoo. That is almost the vibe of this one. So it does smell really comforting, cozy. You get up on a Saturday, you're not going anywhere, you take a shower. Like this is the kind of fragrance you would put on and just feel really nice in. So this right here is BDK's Impadia. Now, I was shocked at how this fragrance took off over December and January. When I picked up this fragrance, it was just a new BDK perfume, and there are a few BDK perfumes like Rouge Smoking that I'm really into. This one felt like a more serious scent, so the fact that this one just like took off with everybody, I was shocked by. So this is Impadia, and this is a floral scent, y'all. I've tried this before. I tried it in store before I brought it home. It's a far more robust, almost intense floral scent. I really like this sort of mix of like a moderate rose, this sort of woody and sweeter elements. So it feels like a dressy but slightly more mature fragrance. Like, are you grown with a big girl job and you're going out for the evening, maybe to a work event, you're dressed up, but you still got to read like your professional self? It's almost like that in certain ways. I will say as well, the more you take this in, the more sort of dark heaviness that comes through that is really unexpected, that feels a little bit dangerous in the background of everything that feels so proper. And I really think that's like a really nice sort of approach to a floral scent, and I really like Impadia. Have you subscribed? If you haven't done so, do me a favor, do the thing, hype the video. I would appreciate it because I'm trying to grow this channel, y'all. I'm trying to do good things over here on YouTube. Help your girl out. I'd appreciate that. Now let's get back to the video. So back in December, I got a discovery set from Shoppers, and I was testing those fragrances and debating what I would get from that discovery set. My top choices after I tried everything were Chloe EDP Intense, Green Stravaganza by Valentino, Scandal Absolu by Jean-Paul Gaultier, and I think there may have been a fourth fragrance that like rose to the top of the list for me, but I ultimately and shockingly ended up choosing Scandal Absolu. It came from round the back and took over. I was pretty sure Green Stravaganza was gonna get it, and it didn't. This one got it instead. So this is nice. This feels like, I don't know, like velvet almost. I like when the boxes are doing way too much. Look at that. Look how rich that color is. Look how beautiful that is. A moment of silence for this fragrance. They may not say there is a ton of honey in this, but you smell it. The sticky sweetness, it's coming through. So what is this? The notes on the internet, if they're not lying to us, they're leaving a lot out. You do get a heavy, thick, creamy tuberose. This is a fragrance for a white floral hardcore lover who does not want, say, a fruity floral or a gourmand floral, but you want a floral forward fragrance. The tuberose is doing most of the work, and it's beautiful and unapologetic in here. That is why we're here. I love me a white floral. I love me a tuberose. Tuberose is my favorite floral known. This is tuberose, fig, and I think some sort of woodiness. You also get this sort of thick, heavy, what I'm reading as honey, that is folded in between everything, that gives it a whole bunch of weight and density. So you're not only getting that sort of creamy floral, but this sort of weighty sweetness that I think adds to it. Sometimes honey can give you a little bit of like an animalic quality to it. And there's a little bit of that here. That could also be coming from the tuberose. I don't know. But it just smells really like assertive and really confident, this fragrance. You got to know that this is what you like and you enjoy, and you're happy to embrace that. You have to be a hardcore white floral lover who is not shy about leaning into those heavier elements, those heady white floral elements. And this does this so well. It is not shy at all. And I love this. Put it on my skin. That's one on my body for a minute. So I have a fragrance here from the House of Oud I'm going to open up, but before I get to that one, I have 3 fragrances here from a small brand out of, it may be in multiple places, but I went to this store when I was in Charleston, South Carolina. It is from the brand Tijon. The main reason I went to this store was because they let you make your own fragrance. I made myself a cherry fragrance, y'all. Everybody around me thought it was way too aggressive and intense. It was basically cherry smoke, but not as light or friendly as the Tom Ford version. And I was into that shit. And while I was there, I picked up 3 of their like little mini bottles here. I'm gonna tell you which ones I got. So the first one is called Eclectique. Let me open this up. So this one is a light citrus floral fragrance. It smells almost like something like peony, and a sort of mishmash of sweeter and lighter and a little bit of tart citrus notes. Maybe it's some mandarin orange, maybe it's some bergamot. It's a light kind of fragrance you would wear on a summer's day when it's a little bit hot out, but you want something floral and pretty and girly and a little bit sweet. And that one is Eclectique. The next one I picked up was Très Beau. So this one here, very similar bottle as Electric. They had like a few lines, and those 2 were from the same line. I want to say it was from the Caribbean line. I think that was the line. This one, y'all. I picked these up in like the first week of December on my vacation, and I'm just reopening them, and it's March. This one is a lot more tart, bright, happy, less floral. It smells like a slightly woody, musky citrus scent with some white florals, maybe something like jasmine, sort of floating in the background. It is very fresh and happy, a little bit tart, even sour, something like grapefruit might be in this. Like, that is the vibe here. I hope I can find the note somewhere. No, this has like a little bit of creaminess in the back. Like I said, very much giving tropical vibes, like something like maybe some tonka bean, or like a not too sweet tonka bean, or maybe some coconut or something like that, to give it a little bit of creamy weight without making it feel too heavy. Is Très Beau my favorite of the bunch? Maybe. The last one I want to talk about is Indigo Row, which looks very different. I think this was from a different line, a very different line. And Indigo Row then was supposed to have a very different scent profile. I'll tell you what it smells like. I think Indigo Row is maybe in Charleston. Like maybe I think this line was named after streets in Charleston, or at least in South Carolina. This is the boldest. Like, this is a very woody, almost unisex leaning masculine fragrance that is very aromatic, like fougere kind of smell, that is very bright, a little citrusy, very woody, but light wood. Nothing like ebony. I would say something like maybe cedar, something a little bit drier. There is a pronounced greenness to this fragrance, which is really, really nice. I love a green scent. I know a lot of women don't, but this is almost like leaning into like digging up weeds green. Like, it almost smells like cut grass greenness versus like a very light like mate tea green. And that's partly why I think this just makes it feel very happy. All of these fragrances very much give like summer, bright, light, easygoing, nothing too over the top. I have a question for y'all though. So I have a reward with shoppers that is currently like percolating, and I could redeem the reward for a fragrance. I could redeem for something else like headphones or, you know, groceries. There's also that. And I was considering picking up that fragrance from Nina Ricci, the new one, where the bottle looks like a seashell in that like Art Deco sort of motif, that Art Deco style. I think it's so beautiful. I love the Art Deco period. I often like do my nail designs off that period, not always, but often, because I just think the sort of symmetry of that time is just so lovely to look at. So my favorite shows are set in the 1920s. And so I was thinking of buying a fragrance that people aren't that excited about in terms of the juice. It's a very traditional white floral fragrance based on all the reviews that I've seen, but the bottle is getting me. Can I buy a perfume that's not cheap just for the bottle? Is that reasonable or is that unreasonable? Should I save the money for a fragrance where I know I love the juice, like Green Extravaganza, and go in that direction? Or, you know what, let me show you the bottle. You need to see the bottle first to get what I'm talking about. And if you say, Jeanique, just go get it, then I'm just going to have to listen to you. Yeah. Last up is this fragrance here from the House of Oud. And this is the fragrance Bonbon Pop. Now, the reviews on the internet are surprisingly negative, because I tried this in store, I put it on skin, I walked around, I thought this was a lovely fragrance, but the buying public seems to disagree. And I think the main problem people seem to have is the longevity on this one. Do I care when the bottle is this pretty? I do not. My priorities are all messed up. I just talked about that Venus fragrance from Nina Ricci and loving it for the bottle. This is not just for the bottle, it's also for the juice. However, the bottle helped. All of the bottles from House of Oud are so beautiful, so fire. I went in to Scent Bar really looking to buy a fragrance from Merchant of Venice, La Fenice Parfum, which is a fragrance I tested for a Scent Expedition video about a year or two ago, and it was in my niche vanillas video. By the way, I have a niche gourmands video coming. I'm testing a bunch of fragrances. It usually sits like this, and then you take it up like that. So it sits standing on its head, essentially. That is such a lovely scent. It is a very, not overly sweet fragrance, but a significantly sweet fragrance that has a fair bit of patchouli cutting through that sweetness. And this one has that sort of mix of like sweet and hard because of that sharp patchouli and those sort of candy sweet elements. I think there is some brown sugar in here. The main fruit note in this one is peach. The more it develops on skin though, the sort of wilder and weirder it gets. There's something very carnal, almost animalic about it. It feels a little bit messy and dirty. I think because of that patchouli. The patchouli is not a clean white patchouli. It's not the patchouli you find in a lot of fragrances. This one is not playing nice at all. Like, this feels like a very messy, fun night out. It feels a little bit sweaty. It feels like you're dancing all night. It feels a little bit free and freeing in terms of how it shows up. It just feels like a fun fragrance where, you know that saying, like, dance like nobody is watching? This is a fragrance that feels like that, where you're not really trying to like embrace convention in terms of how this fragrance is structured and how it shows up. It just feels a little bit more out there, carefree, energetic, fun, and not really trying to appeal to everybody. It's just trying to do its own thing, and whether you jive with it or not is down to like a very specific taste or preference or something you're looking for. I think my major takeaway looking at all the fragrances I picked up is that there are a lot of florals here. I did not make that connection. I know I'm a floral girly, but I do love a vanilla. I do love a gourmand. I do love a fruity fragrance. Other than the Sugarful fragrances that read candy sweet, there are a lot of florals here in a way that I did not expect or plan at all, given that these were purchases sprinkled over multiple months. The first purchase here happened on like December 8th. I can see that I like what I like, and I guess I keep rebuying them in some form or another, and basically I can't get enough of tuberose. That is the big takeaway from this video. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I hope you've gone ahead and subscribed. I'd really appreciate it. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me, and I'm gonna keep coming to you with these videos and hope that they are, if not entertaining, then at least useful to you. Again, I'm Jeanique, stacking these floral fragrances allegedly because as it turns out, I can't get enough of them. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.